Shmois Shvi. Aleph Vaydaber Hashem Moshe Lemer. Hashem spoke to Moshe saying, Kadosh li kol bechor, sanctify for me every firstborn. Peter kol rechem b'nei Yisrael, everyone that opens the womb amongst b'nei Yisrael, ba'adam uva behema, among man and among animals, lihu is mine. So Rashi, Peter kol rechem, shepasach harechem tchila, which opens the womb first. Peter mayim rishis madin, beginning of strife is letting out water. V'chein yaftiru b'safa, they will open their lips. Yiftechu fosayim, they will open their lips. Lihu le'atzmi, kanisi, for myself I acquired them. Alideshi kesi b'chirim mitzrayim, by striking the firstborns of Egypt. Vayemer Moshe said to the people, Zachar segim mazeh asher yitzasim mitzrayim mibeis ha'avodim. Remember the day when you went out of Mitzrayim, out of the house of slavery. Ki b'chayzik yod hitzi Hashem eschem mizeh. For with a mighty hand Hashem took you out over here. V'lo yechol chometz, and no leaven shall be eaten. Rashi says Zachar segim mazeh limid. This teaches us shemaskin yitzis Mitzrayim b'chol yom, that we're supposed to mention the exodus of Egypt every day. Hayei matim yitzim, today you were going out. B'chedesh aviv, in the month of the spring. Rashi says b'chedesh aviv v'chi loyhayinu yedim beis hachedesh. Do we not know what month it was? Elakach amar lahem. Rather, this is what Moshe said to them: Ru'u chesed shigamalchem. See the loving kindness that He bestowed upon you. Shaiti eschem b'chedesh shehu kosher latzis. That Hashem took you out in a month in which is suitable to go out. Leichama v'leitzina v'leikshamim. It's not heat. There's no cold nor rain. And that's what it means. He takes prisoners out with the most appropriate time. In the month when it is suited to go out. And it will come to pass that Hashem will bring you to the land of these people, which Hashem swore to you, a land flowing with milk and honey, and you shall perform the service in this month. Although enumerated here is only 5 nations, it's really including all 7 nations. They're all included in the term Canaanites, even though there was one of the families of Canaan that had only the name Canaani. Considering Avram, it says, on that day Hashem formed a covenant with Avram. And Yitzchak, it says, live in the land. And by Yaakov it says, the land upon which you are lying to you on. Milk flows from the goats, and honey flows from the dates and from the figs. The service shall Pesach of the Pesach. Doesn't it say already, and it shall come to pass when you enter the land? Why did the Torah repeat it? Because the thing that was newly introduced. Parsha Rishayim Nemar, in the previous parsha it says, and it shall come to pass if your children say to you, what is the service to you? The Torah refers to a wicked person who excludes himself from the community by saying to you, and here you shall tell your son. The ben sheni di'alishel refers to a son who does not know to ask. The Torah teaches you that you should initiate the discourse for him with words of Agadah which draw interest, draw the heart. Pasuk Vav, Shivas Yom Techa Matzis, for 7 days you shall eat matzis, and on the 7th day there shall be a festival for Hashem. Matzis Yechol, Shivas Hayamim, you should eat matzis for 7 days. No leaven shall be seen in your possession, and no leaven shall be seen in yours throughout all your borders. He died to Lebincha, you should tell your son, on that day, saying, Pavor Asa, Pavor Asa Hashem Li, B'Tzesim Mitzrayim, because of this, Hashem did this for me when I went out of Egypt, Rashi, Pavor Zeh, Pavor Shakayim Mitzvaysav, in order that I fulfill his commandments, Pesach Matzomar Alalo, such as Pesach Matzomar. Also Hashem Li, Ramas, Shua the Ben Rasha, Torah alluded to a tshuva for the Ben Rasha Limmer. Also Hashem Li, he says Hashem did this for me. Not for you. Had you been there, you would not have been worthy of being redeemed. Pasuk says, shall be to you as a sign upon your hand, and as a remembrance between your eyes. In order that the law of Hashem shall be in your mouth. For with a mighty hand Hashem took you out of Mitzrayim. Rashi says, the exodus from Mitzrayim shall be to you as a sign. Means that you shall write these passages and bind them on the head and on the arm. On the left hand. Therefore, the second section, Yodcha, is written with the full spelling, to explain the hands that is the weaker. And you shall keep this statute at its appointed time, from year to year. Rashi, from year to year. And it shall come to pass when Hashem will bring you into the lands of Canaan, as he swore to you and your forefathers, on the son of Allah, and he has given it to you. Some of the Chacham learned from here that the firstborns that were born in the desert were not sanctified. The one who rules that they were sanctified explains, if you fulfill the commandments in the desert, you will merit to fulfill there in the Holy Land. Now where did he swear to? And I will bring you to the land concerning which I raised. It should seem to you as he gave it to you today, and you should not seem as an inheritance from your forefathers. That you shall give over to the Hashem whatever opens the womb, and every miscarriage that opens of the animal, which will be yours, the males belong to Hashem. Rashi says, Vavarta is an expression of separation. And you shall give over his inheritance to the daughters. Sheger behema, and every miscarriage, nefel sheshigrate hime yishlachte b'leite. It's an aborted fetus, which its mother is ejected and sent out before its time. But the medcha kaser shekadish mepcheda lifter es haba achirim v'afshein nefel kar sheger. The Torah teaches us that it is holy in regards to freeing the ones that follow it. A fetus that is not aborted is also called sheger, like the offsprings of your cattle. But this passage only teaches us about the aborted fetus because the Torah already stated whatever opens the womb. And if you say that the firstborn on an unclean animal is meant, that's what the Torah says in another place, of your cattle and of your flocks. Another way you can explain, you shall give over Hashem whatever opens your womb. The Torah is speaking about firstborn of man. And every firstborn donkey you shall redeem with a lamb. And if you do not redeem it, you shall decapitate it. Every firstborn of man, you shall redeem. But not the firstborn of other unclean animals. Because the firstborns of the Egyptians were linked to a donkey. Because they, the donkeys, assist the Yidden in the parsha. Bikaspam Umazavim Sham Mitzrayim. For there was not a single Yid who did not take donkeys from Egypt, laden with the silver and gold of the Egyptians. Tifta Pesed Nasin Se Akain Petach Hamar Mutter Banav Asechulun Biat Kain. You must give the lambs to Akain. The firstborn donkey is permitted to be used, and the lamb is in the ordinary property. In other words, the lamb has no sanctity and may be used by the Kohen. But after the earth of the kefis machir ba'argei, decapitates it with cleaver and behind it and kills it. He causes the Kohen to lose his money. Therefore, he must lose his own money. The redemption price is established elsewhere as 5 selas. Pasik Yudal V'Haya, and it will be Yisholcha bincha machar lemer mazes. Your son is going to ask you in the future, what is this? You have to tell him, with a mighty hand, Hashem took us out of Mitzrayim, out of the house of bondage. Yisholcha bincha machar, yesh machar shu ashav, yesh machar shu la'achar zman. Machar sometimes means now, machar sometimes means at a later time. Such as here, your children in time, your children might say to our children, Divrei God with Divrei Ruben. This refers to the children of God and the children of ruling. Mazais. What is this? This is the question of a simple child who does not know how to pose his question in depth and asks a general question, what is this? This is the question of the simple child referred to in the Gadol who does not know how to pose his question in depth and asks a general question, what is this? What are the testimonies, the statutes, and the judgments? This is the question of the wise men. Terah speaks 4 sons. Rasha, the one who does not understand to ask, the one who asks a general question, and the one who asks a wiser one. And it came to pass when Parah was too stubborn to let us out. Hashem struck every firstborn in the land of Mitzrayim, both the firstborn of man and the firstborn of a beast. Therefore, I slaughter for sacrifice all the males that open the womb. And every firstborn of my son I will redeem. And it shall be for a sign upon your hand, and for ornaments between your eyes. For with a mighty hand Hashem takes us out of Egypt. So Rashi, this is the tefillin. They are composed of 4 compartments. They are called Teitafis. Tat Kasvi Shtaim. Tat meaning 2. Pas Ba'afriki Shtaim. Pas in Afriki meaning 2. Menachem Chibru Ve'im Taf Shaldarim. Menachem, however, classified in Teitafis with speak. Ataf Eldonim. Speak to the south. Al Tatifu. Lashon Dira is an expression of speech. Kumayt Uli Zikorin as a remembrance. Shareis and kosher min heinayim, whoever sees them with tefillin bound between the eyes, iskar anes vidaber bay, who will recall the miracle of Mitzrayim and speak about them.